The reviews for Spider-Noir are finally here, and critics are completely divided. Some are calling it one of the boldest superhero shows in years. Others think it falls apart halfway through. But one thing everyone agrees on, Nicolas Cage absolutely steals the entire show. After years of rumors and delays, Spider-Noir is finally releasing. And now critics have seen all 8 episodes. And honestly, this does not sound like a normal Spider-Man series. This show is basically a dark detective thriller mixed with a superhero story. Black and white visuals, gangsters, rainy streets, corruption, violence, and right in the middle of it all is Nicolas Cage playing the weirdest live action Spider-Man we have ever seen. Critics say the series feels more like a noir crime drama than a traditional superhero project. Some reviewers loved their direction. Others felt the show focused too much on style and not enough on story. But visually, almost everyone agrees it looks incredible. And Sony added a very unusual twist. The series can be watched in 2 different formats, full color or completely black and white. Some critics say the black and white version feels more cinematic and immersive. Others prefer the color version because it makes the action scenes more intense. Either way, people are clearly talking about the presentation of this show more than almost any superhero project in recent years. Now let's talk about Nicolas Cage. Because according to reviewers, he is the main reason to watch this series. Critics describe his performance as bizarre, unpredictable, creepy, funny, and somehow emotional all at once. Apparently, Cage based the character on old detective movie stars, cartoon energy, and his own strange physical acting style. One critic even said he moves more like a spider than a human. And honestly, that sounds exactly like something Nicolas Cage would do. But there is one major criticism. Several reviewers said the early episodes don't fully use Cage's performance. Apparently, the first half of the series feels slower and more restrained, but then around episode 5, the show reportedly goes full Nicolas Cage mode, and critics say the final episodes become completely insane in the best way possible. Now, story-wise, reactions are definitely mixed. Some critics praised the detective mystery and emotional themes. Others argued it's still another familiar vigilant story underneath all the stylish visuals. One reviewer even claimed that some middle episodes feel unnecessary, which could be a problem for a streaming series. Still, even negative reviews admit the show takes huge creative risks, and honestly, that alone makes Spider-Noir stand out because most superhero content laterally feels extremely safe and predictable. Spider-Noir sounds like Sony decided to make something genuinely strange instead of following the usual formula. The supporting cast is also getting praise, especially Lamorne Morish and Lee Jun Lee, who critics say bring real emotional weight to the series. Meanwhile, Brendan Gleeson's villain performance has completely split reviewers. Some think he is terrifying, others say he feels too generic. So yeah, this show is definitely going to divide audiences. But whether Spider-Noir becomes a masterpiece or a mess, people are at least excited to talk about it. And in today's superhero era, that's already rare. Spider-Noir premieres first on MGM Plus before arriving on Prime Video Global. And honestly, this might either become one of the biggest surprise hits of the year or one of Sony's strangest experiments ever. Either way, I am definitely watching it. So let me know in the comments, are you excited for Spider-Noir or do you think this show is all style and no substance? And as always, like, subscribe and comments in below and I will see you in the next